The first reports came in as emergency alerts. Water contamination detected. Unknown compound present in all primary reservoirs. Immediate consumption is not advised. Across the colony, panic spread fast. On New Carthage, a young human settlement carved into the red cliffs of an alien world, water wasn't just important. It was survival. Governor Hale stood in the command center, watching the data streams flood in. Source? She asked sharply. External, the technician replied. Injected directly into the supply lines from orbit. Hale's jaw tightened. Not an accident, then? No, ma'am. A pause. Then, signature matches Valkyrie biochemistry. Silence fell. Everyone in the room knew what that meant. An attack. Hours later, the message arrived. Cold, precise, confident. The Valkyrie commander appeared on the main screen, tall, pale, eyes glowing faintly with bioluminescent patterns. Human colony, he said smoothly. Your water supply has been compromised. He let the words settle. The compound we introduced is lethal to our biology in trace amounts. To yours, we estimate terminal effects within one planetary cycle. A faint smile curved across his face. Surrender your colony peacefully, and we will provide the antidote. Governor Hale didn't respond immediately. Behind her, scientists whispered urgently, running tests, analyzing samples, trying to understand what they were dealing with. The commander tilted his head slightly. You have 1 hour to comply. The transmission ended. The command room erupted. Ma'am, we need to evacuate non-essential personnel. We don't even know how fast it acts. What if it's airborne now? Hale raised a hand. Enough. She turned to the science team. Status. Dr. Arun Patel looked up from his console, expression strange. Not fear. Not urgency. Confusion. We're still analyzing. Define still. He hesitated. It's not behaving like a toxin. Hale frowned. What does that mean? It means, he glanced at his team, then back at her. You might want to come see this. The lab was quieter than expected. No frantic motion. No alarms. Just murmurs. Curious ones. Hale stepped inside. Explain. Dr. Patel handed her a tablet. We isolated the compound, he said. Ran it against human cellular samples. And nothing. Nothing. No degradation. No toxicity markers. No adverse reactions. Hale's eyes narrowed. That's impossible. That's what we thought. He gestured to another screen. Then we increased the concentration. Results. Patel's lips twitched. Positive. Hale blinked. Positive how? Well, he scratched the back of his neck. It appears to improve cellular hydration efficiency. Silence. You're telling me, Hale said slowly, that the alien poison is, technically, Patel said, a performance enhancer. Another scientist chimed in. We also detected trace mineral structures similar to magnesium and lithium compounds. And combined with the fermentation byproducts already present in our water system. She hesitated. It's basically a high-end electrolyte solution. Hale stared at them. You're joking. No one laughed. 20 minutes later, the entire senior staff stood around a single glass. Clear liquid. Perfectly still. The poisoned water. Dr. Patel picked it up. Well, he said, we can theorize all day. He looked at Hale. Or we can test it. Hale raised an eyebrow. You volunteering? He smiled faintly. Always. He took a sip. Swallowed. Waited. The room held its breath. 5 seconds. 10. 20. Patel blinked. Huh. What? He looked down at the glass. That's actually really good. Within the hour, the colony stopped panicking and started laughing. Run that again, Hale said, leaning over the console. Confirmed, Patel replied. No toxicity. Mild stimulant effect. Increased hydration retention. Slight metabolic boost. And this is what they thought would kill us. Yes, ma'am. A pause. Then, Hale smiled. Slow. Dangerous. Oh, we're going to have fun with this. 1 hour later, the Valkyrie commander reappeared on screen. Calm. Confident. Expecting surrender. Well, he asked, Have you reached your decision? Governor Hale stepped forward. Yes, she said. We have. The commander inclined his head. Wise. Prepare your population for. We've decided to bottle it. Silence. Explain. Hale held up a clear container, filled with the contaminated water. This, she said, is fantastic. The commander's expression didn't change, but something flickered behind his eyes. It is a lethal compound. Yeah, about that, Hale said casually. For you, a beat. For us, she shrugged. It's basically mineral water. The command room behind her snickered. The Velcari commander stared. You are attempting deception. Not really. Hale took a sip. Right there. On screen. Swallowed. Smiled. See, the silence that followed was deafening. Impossible, the commander said finally. Our biochemistry is different, Hale finished. Yeah, we noticed. She leaned slightly closer to the screen. Turns out your deadly toxin is just extra nutrients for us. Another sip. For free, by the way. Appreciate that. Behind her, one of the engineers whispered, Should we tell him about the energy boost? Hale covered the mic briefly. Not yet. The commander's composure cracked, just slightly. This is not a victory. Hale tilted her head. No, you were meant to surrender. Instead, she said, you upgraded our water supply. A pause. Then she added, almost cheerfully, we're thinking of branding it. The transmission ended abruptly. 3 weeks later, New Carthage launched its first export. Sleek containers, clear labeling, bold name, Velcari Spring, enhanced mineral hydration. Demand skyrocketed. Human colonies loved it. Stations requested shipments. Even neutral species showed interest. Back in Velcari space, a report was filed. Strictly internal, marked urgent. The commander stood before his superiors, posture rigid. Status of human subjugation, one asked. He hesitated. Then, unsuccessful. Explain. A pause. Long. Painful. The deployed compound had unintended effects. Define unintended. The commander's voice tightened. They have commercialized it. Silence. They did what? They are selling it. Another pause. Profitably. The chamber remained still. Processing. Struggling. Failing. Finally, one of the elders spoke. And your conclusion? The commander straightened. His voice was steady. Professional. Resigned. Chemical warfare against humans.